this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now, today's video is for all those students who are studying the B2 Cambridge exam. So if you are a learner of English and you're about A-level B2, you are going to find this lesson especially useful. Now, in the B2 exam, you're going to find a section where you are required to modify a word. Now, in order to sail through this section, you need to modify a verb to a noun or an adjective or an adverb. Right, so as we know, a verb is an action word like jump, sing, play, and a noun is a place, a person, or a thing, something you can touch. An adjective is a descriptive word. It tells you what something looks like, how it is, a quality of that thing. And an adverb tells you how the verb is being done. How am I speaking? Quickly? Clearly? How? Okay? So it tells you how the verb has been performed. That being said, for a person whose native language is English, this is a little bit easier because you don't have to think, well, is this a noun? Is it a verb? It comes a bit more automatically. But for you, a person who is learning the language, it's a little bit trickier. So we have to be comfortable knowing when to use these. So this lesson is just that. I've chosen 5 words and now we're going to look at how we modify them. So the first word we have in the first column is embarrassing, which is an adjective. My mother is embarrassing. Okay, she's always embarrassing me. Okay? You might say, I was embarrassed by something. I was embarrassed. The situation is embarrassing and a person is embarrassed. Okay? We tend to have problems with ing and ed. Remember that ing normally refers to something being rather than a person, and embarrassed or ed refers to the person. So my mom is embarrassing because of the situation. Okay? The situation is embarrassing and I am embarrassed. Okay? It's embarrassing. What's embarrassing? My mother's behavior is embarrassing. The situation is embarrassing. Okay? Right, so that's the adjective. For the verb, we would just say embarrass. And we have to remember that it's double R and double S. To embarrass. Okay? To embarrass. Right. The noun would be, what does it cause me? It causes me, do you know? Embarrass, what should the noun be? That's right, embarrassment. It causes me embarrassment. Embarrassment. Okay? What did the situation cause? It caused embarrassment, the noun. Okay? The situation. Okay? So a lot of our adverbs end in ly, just as in Spanish. Mente, M-E-N-T-E. For us, it's li. So embarrassingly. How did she approach the situation? Embarrassingly. Okay, so we would just put embarrassingly. How was it done? Embarrassingly. Okay? Just add an ly. That's quite easy. Okay? Right. The next one, we see that the noun is help. I need help. It's something that I need. Okay? So, what do you need help? What's the verb? The verb is exactly the same. It's help. To help. To help others. To help others. The thing, I need help. What do I need? I need help. Okay? The adjective is helpful. Helpful. Or remember that you add prefix or suffix So the prefix goes before the word, the suffix goes at the end. But sometimes they can be positive or negative. So you have helpful, but also you could have something that's not helpful, or something that's the opposite of helpful would be, that's right, helpless. How do you feel? I feel helpless. I'm not able to help. I'm not being helpful. I feel helpless. Okay? So remember, sometimes you have the negative and the positive for the adjective. Okay? So what should be the adverb? Helpfully. Okay? Helpfully. Okay? She joined in helpfully. Okay? How did she do? Helpfully, with the intention of being helpful. Okay, right. And in the same way you can say helpfully, you can say helplessly. I stood there helplessly. How did I react? I just stood there helplessly. You weren't able to help, so you just stood there helplessly. Same thing. Okay, next we have the verb which is interest. The noun as well is interest. I have no interest in learning Japanese, for example. So interest would be the same. I have no interest. Okay, verb and noun. And a lot of times you will find that the noun is the same as the verb. Very complicated, those English speakers. Very complicated indeed. Right, so we have interest, and the adjective would be interesting. That's right. Interesting. The book is very interesting. Interés, remember? Interesting. We don't say interés like in Spanish. It's just interesting. Interesting. Or if it's a person, instead of ing, we'll put interested. Okay? You are interested in learning Japanese. Okay? If it's a thing, the book is a thing. So the book is interesting. Since you're a person, you are interested in the book. Okay? So that's your adjective for interest. Interested and interested. Remember, you can also make these words negative. Okay? The adjective would be interestingly. Okay? Okay. But remember, as I was saying about the negative, you can also here, for interesting, you can always say uninteresting or uninterested. Okay, the opposite. So you have to remember that adding it on makes it negative as well. Okay, interested, uninterested, uninteresting, interesting. Okay, there you go. Right, moving on. The next one we have the noun violence. La violencia. Violence. Now, the verb, we had a little doubt about this one, which is why I stuck this on, because the student came to me and they couldn't think of the verb for violence. And to be fair, as an expression we would say to be violent. But if you're looking for a single word, it would be violate, to violate. And then when we think of violate, we think about that negative thing where someone violates somebody else's body, or maybe the laws. If you violate the rules or the laws, if you violate a law, you break the law, right? But this word violate actually comes from the Latin word violare, which means to do violence. okay, or to harm. So this is actually the right verb to use. Violate, which is violence as the noun, okay? There's a lot of violence in that place, a lot of violence. Now someone who is violent, okay, the adjective, violent, he's a violent boy, okay? He's a violent boy, es un chico violento, okay, violent. Now, how might I do that? So the adverb would be, how would you do something if we're thinking about violence? Violently. There you go, violently. Violently. Right? Violently. How did he react? He reacted with violence. So we reacted violently. Okay? This, it might seem, you know, complicated, but it really isn't. Just practice and you will get there. But it's good that you know how to do this. You need to be able to modify your words depending on the context. What do you need? Does it require a verb? Does it require a noun? Does it require an adjective or an adverb? And sometimes you will find that the word doesn't have an adverb, or it doesn't have a verb, a single word. That's okay as well. But we need to know how to modify words and transform them into another word that's related. Okay? That's a part of your language journey. Okay? The more fluent you get, the easier this process becomes. Right, very good. Right, so the last one we have here is to suspect. I suspect there's something very strange going on. Okay? Me imagino. I suspect. Okay? Me imagino. To suspect. Now, the noun would be suspect. You're a suspect. Okay? Or maybe I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion. Okay? That thought. I have a suspicion that something's going on. Okay? I have a suspicion. So both. The person would be the suspect, and suspicion would be what you suspect, the idea that you're thinking. Right? And the adjective would be suspected or suspicious. Okay? It looks a bit suspicious over there. Okay? Suspicious. There we go. Did you get that one? What would be the adverb? Let's hear it, let's hear it. Right. Suspiciously. Did you get that one right? Suspiciously. Suspiciously. Okay? Suspiciously. That perhaps was the hardest one, I think, for you guys. Suspiciously. He's behaving very suspiciously. Okay? Está comportando de una manera muy sospechosa. Okay? Suspiciously. That is it. Practice these. These are just a few, only 5. But for your homework, I want you to do another 5. Okay? So you're going to look for the verb, and then you're going to give me the nouns, the adjectives, and the adverbs. Let me know how you get on with that. Okay? Good luck. A little bit of studying every day goes a long way. If you have any doubts, or there's one that you're finding especially complicated, do not hesitate. Let me know. I will help you with it. Okay? And so with that, I'm going to leave you until next time. See you soon.